Happy Monday. You get what you get, so here's what you got. I was in the middle of cutting grass, and a scripture came to mind, so I actually stopped. I think I got most of the grass cut, but I got a little edging and weeding to do. But Isaiah 41:10 is strong in my heart this week, maybe last week too. And it just simply says, fear not. God's in control, so fear not. And so here's what I want to talk about today. Men, especially us men. I don't know how a woman thinks. I'm not going to talk to women, but might be the same for you. But for an American man, we sure do worry about a lot of things. We might have a thriving business, a thriving marriage, a thriving family. Everything in our life might be thriving, and we still worry and fear. You know, that's the enemy trying to keep us down. God has so much for us in life, but we spend so much time worrying. I'm going to give you a few examples. I have a pretty good business, and there is no indications that my business is going to die. There's no indications of it. But about once a week or once a month, I get into this mood where I start looking for other jobs because I think my business is going to fail. And again, I have a pretty good business. I've had it 15 years, and a lot of you watching know what that business is, and it's probably going to provide for me forever. But I let Satan in. I let that thought in that my business is not going to do well, and I'm going to have to look for another job at 51. And I'm well qualified, so it's not something I should be worried about. But I do, and I spend a day or two sharpening my resume. You know, looking on Indeed. It's the craziest of things. Let's switch to finances, and there's no bragging here. So I'm financially sound. I don't have debt, and so I don't have to make a lot of money. Karen and I, we can go without spending money, but I bet you once a week I begin to worry about money. And I don't manage the money in my household, so I asked Carrie if she would send me a spreadsheet of our finances, how much money we have at the bank and things like that. You know, we own real estate, but I have zero reason to worry. But I'm thinking 20 years down the line, what happens when I'm not here and I need provision for Carrie? And you know what? God is her provider as much as he is my provider. And so I have to turn to Isaiah 41:10, and I've got to read it. Fear not, Scott. So that's for some of you men. My marriage is great. I have no reason to have any worry about my marriage, but I bet you once a month I start to think, am I being the man that she needs to be? And I worry and fear about it, and rather than maybe even take action, I just stress about it for days. I mean, that can be true of our work situation. That can be true of our families. That can be true of our health life, of our mental health life. That can be true of our physical life. Like in the last 2 months, I've gained some weight because I've got this insatiable desire to eat sugary snacks, which I used to not even like. But so I put on a few pounds, and I'm not, I'm kind of an athlete, but I'm not playing sports right now because I feel like it was controlling me. And so I've put on some weight. You can probably tell in my face from the last couple of videos I posted. I lost a bunch of weight, but then I've put it all back on. And so I had to stop stepping on the scale because every time I stepped on the scale, it would go up a pound or two. And man, that it bothers me. And I'm not morbidly obese or anything, but I got to turn to Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, Scott. And so that is my prayer over you today. Fear not. And if my realtor friends in Shreveport are watching, we had a great lady, a great realtor in our area lose her husband this weekend. I hope you pour your love on her. She's a great lady. Her husband was a great man. So be in prayer for her too. But men, fear not. I know that seasonal depression is right around the corner for a lot of people. Speak against it. Don't speak it over you. Speak against it. Find things to do, and put your faith in Jesus Christ. Hope to see you soon.